Good evening, everybody. Happy Saturday, not Saturday. Happy Sunday night. Geez, you can tell I'm just getting off of spring break. I don't even know what day it is, but it is Sunday, and I'm just back from the beach. And so I hope you've all had a really, really great week. I spent my week in Texas. We went down to a small beach town, which was really great. Spent the entire time driving around a golf cart, which was great, hanging out with family. And so, yeah, we drove back 14 hours yesterday, all the way back to Kansas. And here we are. So anyway, I missed seeing you guys. I missed hanging out. And so that's exactly what we're going to be doing tonight. So anyway, again, just to let you know, Sunday live stream basically is your show. What you guys want to talk about. If you have questions for me, anything, that's on your mind, that's what we'll talk about. So I do have to apologize. I've had a migraine all day, so I am maybe a little slow on the uptake today, so I do apologize. But anyway, again, hope you're all having a great, great week and start of a new week. So anyway, let's get to it. Austin W. Brotherhood member says, I'll be missing this live stream tonight. Unfortunately, Chris, hope you and the Bat fam have a great night. Well, thank you very much, Austin. And then insane, Austin, $50. Wow, $50 super chat. Chris, thanks for our conversations the past couple weeks. Also, I'd like to once again thank you for the content you provide. As I said, it's brought so much joy to me with all that I had going on last year. Can't wait to continue to see all of your success. Well, Austin, gosh, $50 super chat is unbelievable. Thank you very, very much. And I'm sorry you couldn't hang out with us tonight, but anyway, I can't thank you enough. And again, all the super chats that you guys do, that all goes right into the Bat Bunker. So again, thank you guys so very much for helping me fund that. Just absolutely incredible, Austin. Thank you very much. That's just awesome. Thank you very much. Wow, what a great way to start. Paula says, have a great night, Austin. Again, thanks for being here, Paula. Man, I did appreciate the super chat, no doubt. Board Cube 102, another Brotherhood member, is here. Good evening to you. Thanks for being here. Let's see, we got the Rutledge record. Hello, Paula. MMC Payne says, good evening, Bat fam, Chris and Rogues. Hope you have a great show. Thank you very much. Hope you've had a great weekend. Paula says, hope everyone is having a wonderful evening. Absolutely. Mike Stainbrook, Brotherhood member, says, hi, everyone. How's it going? Hope you're doing great, Mike. Let's see. Simp Slayer says, okay, who's the Batman Part 2 villain? So I don't know for sure, but I've heard some rumors. I am personally hoping for the Court of Owls. That's who I hope, number one, who will be the main villain, or at least in the city as part of the villains. It doesn't have to necessarily be the main villain, but I think Court of Owls would be awesome. Josh Duckwall, Brotherhood member, says, good evening, everyone from Fort Worth. Chris, hope you enjoyed your time here in Texas. Man, I did. Had a couple of really nice days on the beach, in the 80s. It was really warm. Actually had a really bad sunburn on my legs. But yeah, it was really nice. And the weather down there is oftentimes in spring, it's chilly and, it's breezy, but I love that kind of weather. So it was perfect for me. But we actually went through Fort Worth on the way back home yesterday. Don't want to go right through Dallas though. It's crazy. Wow, spring break just started here. Yeah, it's different depending on where you are, but kind of in the middle of the country, it always seems to hit kind of during this week. Cosmic Fortress, hello world, hello Cosmic Fortress. Good to see you. My man Dan Default in the house. How's it going, Dan? Hope you're having a great weekend. Saw a great picture of your daughter online. That was awesome. Tell her congratulations. Let's see. Everybody saying hello to Dan. Des Tompkins says, missed you, man. Well, I'm glad to be here again. Sorry we haven't done a lot of live, but this week actually I've got 3. I've got tonight we're going to do live. Also join us Wednesday for Rogues Gallery. And then also I just got in the Dark Knight Returns premium format because of I got my son's birthday tomorrow, and because of some other things this week, I'm going to push it to Friday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So it's a little bit later than normal. So 8 o'clock Central Standard Time is when we're going to do the live unboxing. So I'm anxious to add the lightning bolt to my collection. Very, very cool. Eric B in the house. Hey, Eric, hope you're doing great. Can't wait to see you guys on Wednesday. Captain Trenchcoat says hello to everybody. Hello to you. We got a lot of hellos there. We got KVC 1986. Think Riddler or Two-Face is the next after Penguin from Sideshow. I think we're probably more likely to get Riddler. I don't have any inside information on that, but I would assume that, Riddler has got to be coming at some point. The fact that it kind of goes in cycles, right? Like XM did the Penguin, then Prime 1 did the Penguin, then Sideshow did the Penguin. Now let's see, XM did the Riddler. Will Prime 1 do the Riddler? That sort of thing. Had a really, I don't know. It's going to be real interesting over the next year because I've had a lot of inside conversations with the companies, just kind of talking back and forth about the state of the hobby. And I've been kind of right on, like when I've done my car side chats and stuff, I've been pretty accurate, as to kind of like what's been going on. And so I think we're going to see less of some of the DC characters or Marvel characters. I think that, people aren't buying them as much as some of the other, like anime or movies or video games. I think those are more popular worldwide. And so I think we're going to see a little bit of a slowdown, but I'm still optimistic that we'll see that Riddler at some point or the Two-Face at some point. And again, I know for a fact, obviously, that we're getting a Two-Face from Tweeterhead, which is very, very exciting. So that is coming up as well. Dylan Hicks in the house. Hello to you. Thank you very much. Brad Ladner in the house, listening while doing dishes. Well, that's awesome. Hopefully it's going to make the time pass a little bit quicker. I hope. Let's see. DC Collector 37. Hope everyone is doing good. Same to you. Chris, how much longer are you going to blue ball us on the Tweeterhead details? I mean, again, I just did, but it's well, how many of you had 8 minutes in for the freeze? I mean, come on, gee, many Christmas. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, what I was saying is, you were talking about the Tweeterhead stuff. Like, I actually have behind the camera here, I've got a little bit of a Tweeterhead prototype. It's awesome. There's so much detail. It's awesome. So again, I have to keep teasing you guys. I have to. Darth Rashid in the house. Sup, Chris? I finally found my Nightfall Batman and bought all 3 omnibus. Congratulations. That piece is incredible. It's right over here. It's just one of those underrated pieces, and it's hard to find. So congratulations. I think you might be right on the money with Mr. Freeze. I think we could absolutely see a freeze. Has anyone seen the new Gotham Knights series yet? Is it already on? I didn't realize. Collector's Entity in the house. Hello to you. John Welsh. Hi. I am glad to tune in this evening. You look so I'm actually exhausted. I did nothing but hang out and eat, and I've gained like 7 pounds. So like back on my diet I go. So yeah, it's I don't feel very refreshed. I feel exhausted today, but anyway, I'm gonna get through it. Knight says hello to you. Hi Ryan, welcome back. Thank you very much, Ryan. Shazam 2 is terrible. I've actually heard that it's not bad. It's just a good popcorn flick. It's one that I don't necessarily need to see in the theater, but I'll watch it at some point. But I didn't love the first one. I didn't think it was great, but it is what it is. I see 100 people watching right now, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Please hit the like button if you would. That really helps me out tremendously with the algorithm. So, as we're, on a road to 50K now. So thank you very much, guys. Josh in the house. Hello to you, Josh. Noel says sure was terrible. So yeah, I guess a couple people don't like it. The name in the house. Welcome back from vacay. It's good to be back. Although I got to go back to work tomorrow, so it's like it is what it is. But it's all right. I'm very optimistic about the Flash. I said it earlier. I could care less about the Flash, but I love Batman, so I am very excited to see Keaton and even Affleck again. I'm excited to see anything with Batman. So I think I'm hoping it's great. Paranormal engineering and such. Chris, I love your show. I love you and your show. Thank you very much. Did you buy Batman 89 yet? So if you guys watched my last live, I did buy Vampirilla, which was, again, just crazy. I'm still I keep second guessing myself, but I have not bought Batman 89 yet. I will most likely do that in the next week or two. Again, I really kind of panicked here with all of the expenses of the Batcave. It's going to be way more than I thought, which is typical. But now I'm thinking about, I'm actually thinking about doing these concrete panels, these faux concrete panels to make it look like a bunker, kind of like it was originally, or doing something along those lines. Each of those panels are $100. So it's quickly adding up, and I haven't even put a floor in yet or anything like that. So I've got a lot of decisions to make, and keep adding on to the bunker, which is my own fault. But I want it to be perfect. And so I feel like spending the money now is a good thing. And again, so many of you have done super chats and things like that to help out, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. I've kind of put a slowdown on the buying of the statues, but it will end up in the Batcave. Will it be old school Riddler, or are they going to with the Batman version of the Riddler? So I think you'll probably see the comic book version, the old school version. There's so much I can't tell you guys. There's so much that I'm excited about. I've had a lot of great conversations with the people that want to bring these characters to us. And I think at some point they will. It's not going to be tomorrow, but it's going to be sometime. And they've actually asked me for my input. They've asked me for how I would design it and what pose would I do. And they're taking that advice wholeheartedly, because they understand what I want, and they also understand what the community wants, and kind of using me as a resource. So that's an honor for me. So some of these things are coming, guys. Some of these things are coming. Josh, Chris, have you been keeping up with the McFarlane toys? The 89 Batmobile is $60. That's crazy. Yes, I have. And I think it's actually shot up more than that now, Josh. Obviously with the hype, with the Keaton, there's a lot of nostalgia there. I think a lot of people, are going to be, wanting these pieces. Obviously the Batwing looks a little bit different. It's modernized. So it's exciting for sure. But I have been keeping up with it. Hopefully more new characters, or characters that haven't been seen before. And that's exactly what I was just talking about. These companies that are talking to me, they are wanting to bring these characters out that have never been done in all different kinds of scales. We're talking, the 6 scale, we're talking about the 4 scale, we're talking about 3rd scale. I'm going to look at you guys right now. I have never, ever been more excited about the possibilities of what's going to come out. It is very, very exciting stuff from a whole bunch of different companies. So again, I know that they are wanting to wow you. They also understand the way the economy is, the way that the world is. So I do feel like they're going to be releasing less, but I also think that what they are going to release is going to wow you. And they're going to be bringing these characters that have never been done before, which is very, very exciting. Any word on the Limit Studio Batman the Killing Joke Joker bust? Ben Hizzle, I did see that they are in production. It looks like they're just about done. From what I saw, I would imagine it's going to ship soon. I did sell mine, but that collector does want me to review it, so they're going to send it to me first. So it's very, very exciting stuff. But I'm going to stick with more figures if possible. Occasionally the movie bust, maybe. Yeah, I did freeze again. Yeah, I do apologize for the freeze whenever I had it, guys. It wouldn't be a Batman statue collector show without one. Are RJ Bean Statue Machine. I love that name. Hi, I'm glad you're back. I'm surprised Shazam seems to have bombed as much as it has. I know old DCU is obsolete, so I think so. I think that they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot. Also, this is more of a comical take. I think a lot of DC people, they don't want the comedy. They want the more darker tone, which is what I like about DC. So to me, Shazam is more of a kid's flick. And again, I don't want to offend anybody that loved it, but that's just the way I feel about him. Yeah, the freeze has returned. Yes. Hello there, Chris. Happy Sunday. Hello, Lex. Thank you for being here. When can you start moving statues to the bunker? So insulation went in this weekend. Again, I'll have a new video highlighting that. I've actually got a new video with renders coming out as well this week. But they did insulate the Batcave, but the people that were going to deliver drywall, their car broke down, their truck broke down. And so it'll be later this week that they deliver the drywall. So my guy, Derek, again, thanks everybody that watched that video. Derek's fantastic. He wanted to have it kind of mostly done for me, at least the drywall part. Again, this is going to be a while. I'm looking at, hopefully May-ish, I'll be able to bring stuff in the Batcave. I don't know. I don't know how long this is going to take all said and done, but it's going to be right. And it's going to have everything exactly like I want it before I start kind of moving stuff in. I've still got to put the LEDs in and all that other stuff. So time will tell. Tweeterhead tried to silence Chris before I know. No kidding. Charles, hey, howdy, Chris. Listen to you while working on a Monday morning. Cheers from down under. It's great to have you here, Charles. Thank you very much. Hopefully you have a great work week. There's my freeze. Yoda Dark Jedi. Hello, everyone. Hello to you. Mega Color in the house. Hello to you. If I may ask, do you own any Jurassic Park World statues? I do not, Backyard Astronaut. I love Jurassic Park. It's definitely a favorite franchise of mine. But I've never collected any of the dinosaur stuff. I had dinosaur stuff when I was a kid, but I don't now. I stick to Batman and the occasional Vampirilla, apparently. Lane Kramer in the house. Chris, I came right for the freeze. So, Chris, how do you like to balance how many statues you have on order at once? Like I have 3 on order, but I have 3 others I'm considering. So I keep a spreadsheet. That spreadsheet basically is all the stuff I have on pre-order and then also stuff that I'm considering and the cost of that. It doesn't really matter to me like how many I have on pre-order. It's really more of a matter of space. Like, do I have the space? And, I'm going to have a lot more space now. And so it's going to change the way I do business with myself. Whereas before I would be like, okay, I don't have space for this. Something's got to go. Something's got to come in its place. Whereas now I'm not going to have that problem for a while. At some point, I probably will have a full house. But I also don't want the space to look cluttered. So I do consider space for sure whenever I consider how many statues I have in order. Can you at least tell Can you at least tell when I'm the year Tweeterhead is expected to drop the details so we at least have a calendar expectation? So Two-Face and also Batman are coming. They've teased both of those. I don't know when. They've teased them, and that's come and gone. Like the tease was supposed to already happen. So I know that Two-Face is being printed as we speak. So I would assume that hopefully he will be revealed soon. As for Batman and some of the other characters, I don't know when that's going to happen. I have seen some of the progress, the digital renders, and Batman is coming along, but I don't know when we're going to see a reveal. Just whatever we want to talk about tonight, Mega Color. We're just talking about whatever you are wanting to talk about. Backyard Astronaut, I do. They are awesome. Oh, any information on when Prime 1's next level showcase part 3 will be? So actually, I have some insight on that. I was talking with their creative director this week, and I did ask him about a date, and they don't have one yet. They've had to kind of push it back because some of the things that, again, the economy and the recession and everything else has caused some things that they were going to release to not be yet. So they're retooling their strategy. Does that make sense? So I think at that point, whenever they're ready, they will do the showcase part 3. I think they were already going to have it by now, but they needed to kind of change strategies with sales and how things are going. So at least that's what I took from that. Hi, Chris. I'm glad you enjoyed your day at the beach. Anyway, if you kind of remembered, I messaged you about Sideshow's The Batman on Motorcycle. You said you had it on pre-order. The 1/3 Batman. Yes, yes, I have ordered the third scale Batman. I have not ordered the Batman on Motorcycle, although it is a great piece. I got my sorry, gee, Merry Christmas. Got my Fabok Batman on Friday. I love it. I saw your pictures of all three Batman together. It looks really great, Dylan. The Merciless says we should normalize rest days after vacation. I often find myself exhausted after my travels. I am so tired, and like I said, I've had a migraine all day. Probably haven't drank enough water, so excuse me. I'm trying to drink a lot of iced tea. I love iced tea. So, anyway, I agree. I think you absolutely need a day of rest after. So, I still love the 89 Batman premium format from Sideshow that came out a couple years ago. I had that one, sold it, but it is a great piece. Oh, Chris, you're driving me nuts with all this teasing. Hey, it's my job. I love to do it. It's fun. Eric in the house. Welcome back, Chris. Would you ever consider a 1/3 scale Jim Carrey Riddler? Probably not. I loved that film when I was a kid, but I don't think I would want it in the collection. I wouldn't want a Tommy Lee Two-Face either. I didn't order the Val Kilmer Batman from Prime 1, although it is cool, but not interested in Jim Carrey, at least as a statue. I like him as a person. Bat Beast. Hello, Chris. Long-time watcher. Love your channel. Thank you, David. I'm assuming David Bowie is not your actual name, but anyway, thank you very much. Have you heard anything on the Killing Joke 1-to-1 bust? I did address that earlier. I think it's probably going to ship soon because it looked pretty done with production. Chris, what you want isn't necessarily what others in the community want. I think it's kind of hubris to say your preferences are reflective of the entire community. That is not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is that doing this for the last 6 years, I have heard feedback from many, many collectors, and they have said what they want. And so I have relayed that. I've also relayed what I want. So it is no, I do not know what everybody in the community wants, and I will never say that I will, or I do. What I'm saying is I have taken my experiences here on YouTube and here in the community and passed that along to the companies. Because again, people have said over the years, I don't know how long you've been in the hobby, but I've been around for a minute, and so I pass that on to other people. So that's just what I mean by that. Hopefully that makes sense. I also took the Fabok Hush and Dark Knight. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I absolutely, I can't even imagine how much work that was. Yeah, the Batwing does look cool from McFarlane. Hi, Chris. I had messaged you about I think we already talked about that. I had messaged you about the Batman on Motorcycle from Sideshow, and you said you had one pre-ordered in 1/3, but the link you sent me was for Batman 0 Year 1, which I have. Yeah, just hit me up on Facebook. I'm not exactly sure what happened there, Ronaldo. Why don't the statue companies try to keep cost lower by producing simpler bases and no art box? I think that you're starting to see a little bit of that from various companies. I think that I don't know. I don't know how much it lowers the cost. I do like the idea of simpler bases at times, but sometimes you want that cool base too. So it's slippery slope. Oops, didn't see someone else asked me before me. My bad. Thank you for the update. No problem. John Smith, damn, that Joker behind you looks fantastic. Yeah, it's just, again, incredible statue. Take your time with the final decisions on the bunker. The last thing you'd want to do is regret something after it's completed, like I did. I have so many regrets from design to lighting. The great thing about this process, kind of my like Derek can only work on weekends because he's got a full-time job. So this is, he's doing it extra. It's let me kind of figure things out as we go. And so there are certain things that I still need to decide, like what kind of LEDs I'm going to buy for the cabinets, that sort of thing. But hopefully it'll turn out exactly like I want. And again, I am taking my time. Were you able to stay off social media during your vacation? No, I'm always on social media. I can't help it. Yeah, absolutely. The Merciless. Have you seen the pricing on the new Prime 1 Predator statue? A single 1/3 on a base is creeping up on 4K. It is nuts. I mean, there's just no way around it. It's nuts. But it's a massive statue. So, and I think isn't that the one with all the extra busts and stuff? So I don't know. It's all ridiculous, but it's an awesome looking statue. Were you aware of Sideshow Penguin announcement before reveal, or was that a surprise? For the most part, I had a little bit of inside information, but for the most part, it was a surprise. I didn't know what it was going to look like. I'd heard rumblings that maybe we would get a penguin, but again, rumor. But I love it. I think it's awesome. I ordered it, or I will order it as soon as it goes up for pre-order. I think it's awesome. I also have a spreadsheet, but I never add up my pre-order totals for fear of throwing up. Mine is a running total spreadsheet, so I can see exactly how much I owe. And that also helps me kind of keep in check because I know how much I have got in the bank account, and so that helps. Eric S. Sorry about your Jayhawks, Chris. Hey, actually, I'm a K-State guy. So K-State won today. They're going to Sweet 16. Man, they were on fire that last 12 minutes. So I'm a K-State guy. Warner Brothers will always find a way to screw up the DC universe. Isn't that the truth? Paula, I have a 1/10 scale of Prime on my YouTube channel. It's the adult limited version. Not sure what. Sorry, I missed something there. Are you getting the new Batmobile that's coming out next year? You already have one. Also seen the $660 McFarlane version being scalped. I'm not surprised. I think the price is going to shoot up through the moon for that one. No, I don't have a Batmobile coming. Sticking with the figures. Hi, Chris. Recently I messaged. Oh, I think we've already done that one. Sorry about that, Lex. I really hope as a Superman collector we get some new PFs for him, like a Brainiac or Zod. I like Batman, but he gets all the attention. See, I feel like he doesn't, especially for Sideshow. Like Sideshow doesn't do a lot with Batman. They do a lot more with Marvel. And some Superman, obviously they did, I think we're probably due for another good comic Superman from them. And I think especially a Brainiac would be awesome. By the way, Chris, love your statues and your channel. Thank you very much. Again, thank you guys. Kyle Jordan, what's up, Chris? I got Iron Studios 1/3 scale Harley that you reviewed before on Sideshow's daily deals for 800 something. A hell of a deal. Have you picked anything up on the daily deals? No, I haven't really purchased anything because of the bat bunker cost. I've just kind of put a spending freeze a little bit on myself. No pun intended. But anyway, there's been some really great stuff on there though. Will your outlets be visible in your bat bunker? Any glass displays you plan on putting in the bunker, or is glass not something you like? I tend not to do anything with glass. I like open air. My plan is all the outlets will be kind of underneath the cabinets. There'll be some behind the cabinets as well in the front, and then there will be some visible outlets on the backside. But you're not going to see really. I mean, the statues will basically be blocking them, but I like the idea of them being back there in case I need to plug, a laptop in or stuff like this. I've got all this equipment for YouTube, so there won't be a lot of visible outlets, but there'll be a lot in there. I think I've got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I think I've got 18 outlets in there now that are going to go in. Fatal, the collector in the house. What's up, Chris? Can't wait to see the new bunker working on my cave as well. That's awesome. Can't wait to see. I love to see these finished caves. It's so much fun, and everybody putting in so much effort and work. It's awesome. I think we'll see something soon. Again, they're still working on kind of finalizing renders, I think. So I don't know if we'll see anything printed. Malakia? I don't know if I said that right. I hope I did. Sorry if I butchered it. Anyway, I love the channel. I can't wait to see how the Bat Bunker looks when it's done. What Bat villain do you hope gets made in statue format? I'd love to see an awesome Ra's al Ghul statue. He's definitely up there for me. And again, I did send some ideas to a statue company recently on him, and they loved it. So I'm optimistic that we'll finally see him in statue form. I would love to see a new Killer Croc. I want to see a Riddler. I want to see a Clayface. Those are the ones that really stick out to me. I'd love to see a Solomon Grundy. I'd love to see a ventriloquist. Those are just some of that I would love to add to my collection. With Sideshow low ES, do you think they'll re-release at a later date if they sell well? I don't, unless it's a variant. Do you know if Prime 1 is doing any more 1/3 scale Batman villains? Of course they are. I've been privy to knowing about a few, whether it's new characters or whether it's characters we've already seen done before. Prime 1's going to continue to deliver amazing statues. Chris, have you seen the 89 Keaton custom statue sculpted by Victor? Is that the one where he's going like this, like where he's got the gun out? If that's the case, I like it. I think it's good. I want Riddler, Clayface, Ra's al Ghul. See, again, Fatal gets it. Same ones I just said. Recent events apparently have caused some statue companies to start to forgo TBA edition sizes and announce low numbers up front. Do you think that helps or limits collectors? I think it helps. I think it also has drummed up some interest in the hobby. I think people are getting excited again. The problem with this hobby is the window is like this, like the hobby. There's not a ton of us out there. So I think some companies are rethinking their strategies. I think, and I think that's important. I think they should, because times have changed. The economy's changed. I disagree, Captain Trenchcoat. Based like Arkham, Mr. Freeze, or Talon are the best. They elevate the statue so much more. And again, I really feel like it depends on the piece. There's nothing wrong with a simple base, but also, like I said earlier, there are bases that really help tell the story and add a lot to it. And so I think that there just has to be a balance. Hi, Sergi. I'm from Spain. I wanted to ask, what do you think of the new Sideshow Spider-Man billeting piece? Is it worth the purchase? So I actually saw all of those pieces at San Diego, and I have to tell you, I really liked them. I thought they were really neat. I also really love the idea of forced perspective. I'm a Disney fan. They use forced perspective all the time, so I've known about forced perspective for a long, long time, and I really think it's cool. But I can see where people don't love it. I think you either love it and you get the concept, or you hate it and you won't buy it. Sideshow for sure took a risk with those pieces, but I think they're all really, really well done. I don't like the Miles portrait on his, but other than that, I think the line's been really good. And I think that Spider-Man's fantastic. I know some people love the Spider-Man but don't love the base, and so it is what it is, but I think they're all really fun. Great question. Where did Sideshow announce the Penguin? Were we supposed to see it except through YouTubers? They announced it as on the coming soon page on their website. So that's how people found it. Somebody posted it before I even saw it. I woke up to it and did I did my reaction video. And again, thanks everybody that's watched that. Over 3K of you. So it's really cool when they do that to kind of tease us like that. And it literally came out of the blue. Harvey Dent's birthday is March 30th. Will this be Tweeterhead's reveal date? I don't know. I need to pass that on to Chad. I wonder if he knows that. You think the Sideshow Penguin will have an ES of 250? I don't. My prediction right now, just again, blind prediction, I'm going to predict 500. Do you think we'll see any non-Batman pieces from Tweeterhead this year? I do. But I think that they're really going to go in hard on DC. Again, just having some conversations with Chad, I think they're going to go hard with DC. I know things have been rough, no doubt, Paula. I wish we would get another Tom Hardy Bane, maybe 1/4 scale and life-size bust. What do you think? I can see like Infinity Studios doing him. I can absolutely see them doing a bust. So back to the recent Sideshow IV, did you notice they had a limit of 2 per person, which seems odd to me for a piece that had that low of an edition size and exclusive on top of that? I think they're trying to make it fair. I think that anytime you get an ES of 250, there's a whole handful of people who are like, I'm going to buy as many as I can and sell them and make a profit, right? Because the ES is little. So that's why Sideshow's doing that. They are limiting it to 2 so they can make it fair-ish for everyone to get one. Even though only the people in the Sideshow's website could order. I mean, there was no other retailers. I know it's been tough lately with the pricing, shipping, and economy. I want to give a round of applause to those out there still growing their collections. Way to hang tough. As I've told some of the other company people that I've been talking to, I've mentioned it to all of them that I feel like this is a rough patch, and then the roller coaster will go back up. We'll get through this. I mean, we will get through this as a hobby, no doubt. But things have always got to get a little bit rough before they get better. Hi, Chris. I know we are strictly always talking about... No, we're not always talking about just Batman. We could talk about anything here. But I recently bought the T800 Terminator on motorcycle, and it looks awesome, especially with LED light up right through the glasses. There's been so many great Terminator pieces lately from a lot of different companies. So congratulations, Ronaldo. That's awesome. I highly suggest Roombas and air purifiers for the new bunker. I more than likely, because I don't have an HVAC in there, I will have an air purifier. Just putting the insulation in has helped to me a little bit with the coolness of the room. Like, it's pretty cold because it's a basement, and so I mean, I don't mind that it's cold, but it was really cold in there for a while while we've been doing this project. So I think the insulation and drywall will really help. And it also helps with the echo. I went in there and filmed a little bit today, and the echo is, almost gone completely. So that's great. Cola Man, I cannot agree with you more. And I think we'll see one. Came back from my cruise, and awaiting me were 4 Prime 1 Dark Metal statues. That's awesome. So I'm in statue heaven. It's my favorite line, followed by Samurai and Lord of the Rings. I don't like comedic superhero movies. Again, probably going back to Shazam. So congratulations, man. That line has been incredible. Yes, that's the one with the gun. I think it's rich that all of these statue companies are supposedly retooling because of the economy. Maybe if they kept their prices reasonable and their ES lower and don't price gouge their customer. There has been, without a doubt, annoying price increases. However, again, being kind of having some inside information, sometimes the factory costs are insane. There's only so many factories and so many talented painters that are out there. So the factories price gouge the companies because they got them by the balls. And the price then has to be reflected then on the customer to make a profit. So there's shipping, there's so much that goes into all of this. Do the higher prices suck? Yes. I don't necessarily feel like the companies have dug themselves in their own hole. I feel like just the world itself has done that. And that's what's made all the prices go up. Do you think they want low ESs? They don't. They do not want low ESs. They want to sell as many of these as they can. But low ESs tell the story, if that makes sense. 150 people watching on a Sunday night, guys. Thank you so much. Hit the like button if you would. That really helps me out tremendously. If you haven't done so already, please hit that like button. Krista, cream donuts. I love that. Hello, everyone. It's about time I finally caught a live stream. I always seem to miss them because I'm always still at work when you do them. Anyway, glad to be here. Well, I'm really glad to have you here with us, Krista. That's awesome. Thank you for being here, and glad you caught a live show. I saw Mr. X custom clay face that had issues, but it can be done. Yeah, I think he had a breakage on his, I think. And I do have one coming from the same maker. And so I am excited. I'm optimistic that it'll be cool, but that clay face looked really good. With 3D printing becoming more affordable, do you see big name statue makers either giving away more for the price? Seems more folks are getting into collecting unofficial pieces. I don't know. I mean, the thing is with 3D printers, like they're amazing, but not everybody's a painter. Not everybody understands how to work those. So I think there's going to be a pocket of people that do that and print their own, but I think the majority won't. Alex, all the time. I wish I could collect everything, and I used to. If you follow the channel, I used to collect Star Wars and Marvel. I had a whole bunch of Marvel premium formats, and but at the end of the day, I had to pick something. I probably shouldn't have picked Batman because there's too many good statues. But I wish I could collect Marvel. I would collect Iron Man, most likely. Rick Cruz in the house. Hey, Chris, why all the secrecy about the pieces that are in development? I.e., why won't statue companies simply say, here's what we're making in the next year or so? So some do. But a lot of companies that I talk to, they want to surprise you guys. They want to keep it a mystery. They want to tease you. They want it. That's part of the fun for them, to drum up interest. So some companies like XM, they've said, hey, this is what we're doing. They gave us silhouettes of characters. And so I think that's great. But I also like the mystery too, which is a lot of fun. So you can look at it both ways, I suppose. But I think that's why a lot of them keep it. And a lot of it, they're still in the process. They're still in the development or getting licensure approval. So they're not going to jump the gun. So I think that's the reason. RJ Bean Statue Machine says, RJ Bean Statue Machine. When you started collecting, did you only start with and know Batman was what you would collect, or did you realize after collecting different properties before your limit? Again, I just talked about that. It was one of those things where I just needed to limit myself because I wanted everything. And so having a focus really helps me, kind of stick to my guns, which is, again, why buying that Vampirilla was difficult for me. For all the IVs, low ES, even PCS has been doing extremely low ES for their statues too. I mean, look at Blade as a low ES, and heck, even their 1/3 scale Melina has an ES of 200. Again, sign of the times. You're going to see low ESs for a while. Jeff, how would you feel about a Phoenix Joker figure? I've considered getting one of those. I really like the Queen Studios life-size bust of him. I think that's the one piece that I would get. I would love to own that. I've been asking for a build a statue for years now, where those who buy an entire line can combine proximity pieces to build a free statue. Hint: Killer Croc. I think that's awesome. I would totally be down for that. Absolutely. And that's actually, I wonder if that'd be an incentive for people to buy. I'm going to run that by some people. I like that idea. I'm still waiting for the Morgan Freeman bust from Dark Knight. I don't think you're going to get it, but that'd be cool. Hi, Chris. Do you think Prime 1 Studios will do a whole Justice League in 1/4 scale? I don't. Just got on Houghton 2K. Thank you for being a member. Regarding the Penguin from Sideshow, I just heard you say ES maybe 500, but how much do you think it will run? I think we'll be looking at 725, 750 easy. I'm hoping that it's not that much. I'm hoping more like for 625, 650. Penguin's a small character. He is going to not be a very big premium format. And so I think you have to consider that. So I think the price point on him is going to be pretty decent. Now I might be wrong, but that's just my guess. Man, right now, statue-wise, I feel myself falling perhaps into a single one-off statues like the Ghostface 1/4 from PCS and the Sideshow Diorama and Jean Grey and Phoenix pieces. I mean, there's nothing wrong with those one-off pieces. Collecting a line could be very stressful. It could be very expensive, and it takes up a lot of room. So doing just one-off pieces that you love, I don't see anything wrong with that. Have you slept in the bunker as it's getting further along and spending more money to feel you're getting the most out of it? No, I've never slept in there, but maybe someday. Congratulations on Vampirilla. Picked her up too with the Sideshow Batmobile. That's awesome. Everyone I show her loves Vampirilla, even non-statue collectors. I mean, it's such a beautiful statue. It's just awesome. Again, I don't know exactly how I'm going to pull it off in my collection, but I ordered her. If 1/3 scale statues commonly get above 2K in price, I'm out. I think a lot of people will be. I think there a lot of people already are. How can Sideshow still keep their prices low and other companies can't? Um, I don't know. I don't know. It's just different. Maybe the factories they use, the deals they have in place, maybe they have a better deal, so they don't have to spend as much money. So I really don't know the answer to that. Brett says, so it will seem more fair to me to limit to one per person so that more people have the chance to get one without being gouged through reseller sellers. I agree, Brett. I think one would have been great. One's all I need. I didn't buy more than one. But I think that's probably why they just tried to make it fair, but I think one would have been great. You're gonna need your own personal Alfred to keep the bat bunker nice and tidy. Unfortunately, I am my own YouTuber. I'm my own editor, my own thumbnail maker, my own collector, and my own duster of statues. So no Alfred for me. Also, what are your thoughts on the huge base with the water effect? Looks like a bit big, awkward footprint. Are you talking about the penguin? I think it's awesome. I love the angry penguin on it. I think it's cool. Leviathan says, "Hey Chris, I agree with the current situation. Last year I bought 12 statues, and last week I brought my first 1/6 Hot Toys Dark Knight and Bat Pod. I was still excited. Is the feeling the same? Yeah, I think the feeling's the same, no matter what, but whether you get 12 or whether you get one. But I think people are just going to be limited now. Did you go to a comic or statue shop in Texas? I wanted to stop in Austin. There's a great shop there. But we needed to keep getting there on the road. So no, unfortunately, no comic shops. I wish. Not trying to beat a dead horse, but the way Sideshow handled this was just bad. Not hating, just being honest. Again, everybody's entitled to their opinion, Brett. It could have maybe been handled better, and hopefully they'll do it better in the future. With these price increases, I feel that we have also seen an increase in quality. The pieces are getting ultra detailed. I will pay a little bit more to get a little bit better as long as the quality remains high. I think that's very fair, Paula. I think that's a great way to look at it. I think my family is excited about the bunker. I think they're excited just to see it finished. Yo. I love the Thanos Legacy replica 1/3 from Iron Studios is massive. It's a crazy piece. Yeah, go Chiefs. That's right. Do you know if Sideshow is making a new Dead Space statue? I don't. Chris, which Batman would you use as a companion piece for the Talon? I think the Deathstroke. I don't have it lit, guys, but the Deathstroke up there, I think, is a great companion to him. Also, I think this Batman right here would be awesome next to him. That's awesome. Congratulations. Great piece. Yoda statue? Actually, I just reviewed one. I just reviewed this guy right here from Iron Studios. That will be going up on the channel here real soon. 1/10 scale. So kind of a surprise review for you guys. Hey man, I love your videos and I love your collection. Keep up your videos. Thank you very much, Christine. They are so entertaining, and since I love DC, your statues really catch my attention. Thanks again. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you being part of the channel here. This is awesome, and I absolutely love. We have more and more female collectors in the hobby, and it means a lot to me. So that's really, really cool. So thank you for being part of us. This is awesome. To the best of your knowledge, what lines are new and therefore something a new collector would reasonably chase? Thank you. To your best of your knowledge, what lines are new and therefore, I mean, that's the thing is there's a lot of I don't know if I could recommend one. There's something out there for everybody. There's a great price point in Iron Studios 1/10 scale. There's a great price point for the most part at Tweeterhead. Those prices have creeped up a little bit, like everything else. Sideshow, obviously, but whether you're DC or Marvel or you want movie pieces, video game pieces, there's literally something out there for everybody right now. So just collect what you love. Lex says, I was deciding on scales. 1/6 is affordable, but doesn't wow me. I'll stick to 1/4, but I have to be very selective, trying to be like you and have a focus, or I go crazy wanting everything. That's the thing is I think out of everything that I've learned in this hobby, that is to me the biggest thing. If you can narrow your focus, or just have have rules, like Jeff Delaney, he started to collect just individual pieces that he loves. That's great. Then that's what you have to stick with. Me, I'm a Batman guy. I have to stick with it. I just wrote my rule of Vampirilla. I'm trying to justify her as Talia al Ghul or whatever. She's got the bats. I can kind of tie it in. Having a focus is important. If something doesn't wow you, you won't be happy with it. So Lex Ledger, if you're thinking about 1/6, don't go there, because you will buy it. You'll sit on yourself and be like, it just doesn't wow me. So don't get those. If 1/4 do, get those. Focus on those. Chris, they always say figure 30% over on any construction project. Sounds like right on the. Yeah, I did not know that going in, but it is what it is. Yeah, $4 grand in electrical. That was shocking to me. Wasn't ready for that. Is your family as excited for your bunker as we are? Probably not. I think you guys are way more excited than my family is, but I know I am for sure. Hey, Chris, new subscriber here. Thanks, Dark. Appreciate that. Have you ever thought about getting a statue, at least just one non-Batman related, all the time? Again, I try to stay focused, but I would love to get some pieces that are not Batman. We have kind of a Disney collection, so I can kind of justify, like I got that life-size Baby Yoda from Sideshow. I would love to get an Iron Man life-size bust. That'd be really cool. But I try to stick to my guns. Chris, besides Joker and Harley, who's your favorite Batman villain? I really like Ivy. I really like Mr. Freeze. That's kind of what I go to. Two-Face. Chris, I'm thinking about picking up the Doctor Strange bust from Queen. Have you seen this one in person? I have. Or have I? Was it at San Diego? I can't remember now. I'm trying to think. Maybe I haven't. Anyway, it looks incredible. It looks incredible. Not to talk much about customs, but I have a custom group, and I think if people knew more about how much this stuff costs on the back end with factories, they would understand the price of these companies ask. I think so too. I mean, whether it's licensed or unlicensed, the fees that go into this are just astronomical. So that's why it's so expensive to collect statues. And then you add shipping and everything else. There is a reason why it's so expensive. It is. I mean, I've known companies that have lost money on every statue they've made. Depending on the run of it, because the factory costs. It's just insane. What do you think of the future with DC with James Gunn running the show now? Is this something you like or prefer Zack Snyder? I'm optimistic about James Gunn. I don't know if he would have been exactly the person I would have put in charge. I'm not really interested in going to the Zack Snyder universe. I think the films were fun. I enjoyed the Snyder cut, but I think I'm ready for something new. I'm ready for something new. Do you know what they're so Batman Tweeterhead? I don't know what that means exactly. I don't know if you're meaning when are they going to reveal it? I don't know. Hopefully soon. See? She looks like Talia a bit. Andrew, hi Chris. Saw the Batman White Knight Bat Cycle in a Sydney shop for $5.5K. Wow. Love the statue, and I can see why it's in the Batcave, but at that price, I have to look for alternatives. I wouldn't pay 5.5. I wouldn't. But do I love it? I do. I'm so glad I have it, but I wouldn't pay 5.5. A wise man said, the only way to live is without rules, and I have no rules collecting. Don't limit yourself too much. Leave yourself open for suggestions. I mean, that's the thing, is that if there's a piece I absolutely love, I might buy it. I just don't know where I'd put it. It's like, having a G.I. Joe statue in the middle of a Batman room looks funny. It stands out. So I've got to be careful with what I do on the channel and in my collection, but it is what it is. Popsicle in the house. Hello to you. It's great to see you. Glad you're here. Is the double door in your bunker come straight in from the outside? There is an access to the outside from that door, and also a door from the inside. My guns have butter all over them. Speaking of statues getting created of characters we don't or barely see, I'm hoping for a Raven. Yeah, I can't believe Sideshow hasn't done a Raven. A Raven PF from Sideshow, especially because they most likely will do her over anyone else. I agree. I mean, she is a no-brainer piece. I'm shocked that they haven't done her where they've done some of the other ones from the Teen Titans, but who knows, Krista? I'm hoping that they do. It would make sense. People keep asking you about getting other non-Batman pieces, but did you pre-order the Vampirilla? But you did pre-order the Vampirilla. So have you thought about having a small flex space in the new bunker for non-Batman pieces? Might be cool. I haven't. I'm still trying to wrap my head around like where the movie pieces are going to go. Most likely on the wall as you enter the cave. I don't know. I just don't know about a flex space. I'm definitely thinking about flex space in the middle. That's going to be my next bunker video. I also Todd at Spec has come up with some new stands that I might be interested in doing, which are awesome. But as for non-Batman pieces, probably not. Concrete facade in the bunker covering up concrete makes me laugh. I know, but the thing is, I liked that look, but it was so cold and it had so much echo that I wanted to finish the room. I wanted to make it drywall to warm up the room, to make it more cozy because it is a living space, but I still like the look. So yes, it is silly, but I just like that kind of industrial look. More important question, do you prefer classic Harley or newer designed Harley? Probably newer. I mean, the Jester suit is cool, but I think you can only do so much with it. Whereas the newer suits, the Skater or whatever, has a lot more look to it. So I probably like the newer one. They sure did. They sure did. Regarding the Tweeterhead Two-Face, can you give us any info on it? Have you seen a mock-up of it? I have. I actually have. I have a piece of one right here in my hand, right behind the computer screen, which is crazy. Will he simply be standing with a flipping the coin effect because of DC's no gun policy? Again, I can't tell you, but I can tell you that, yes, DC does have a no gun policy in the United States. Tweeterhead is a company that is out of the United States, so you can do the math. But I love this Two-Face. I think it's awesome. It's a Two-Face that I would definitely add to my collection, and so I can't wait for you guys to see it. But yes, I have seen renders all along the process, which has been really cool. Yes, I already have it, or it's already arrived. But because of my schedule, I'm going to be doing a live unboxing on Friday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Rogues is on Wednesday, the live unboxing on Friday. So I'm going to have to wait another week to unbox it, which kills me, but that's just my schedule. Thanks for answering my question. I love watching your videos. You seem like a very positive person, and we need more people like you in the community. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. What you see on camera here is, exactly who I am in real life. Again, I work at an elementary school, for Pete's sake. So it's like one of those things where I do have some haters out there that say that I am fake and, whatever, but what you see is what you get. Even people that meet me are like, it's like, I had my doubts, but you are exactly who you say you are. So, what you see on camera is me. So I do really appreciate that. Tom, thanks for being here, my friend. Hope you're doing great. I have the Iron Studios Riddler on order. Can you save me some money with the wink that Tweeterhead is going to do Riddler, please? Houghton 2K, I absolutely believe. Again, I cannot confirm or deny anything, but there will be Riddlers coming. There will be Riddlers coming in multiple scales at some point. I just don't know when. I don't know if it'll be next year, the year after. Again, everything's kind of up in the air right now with the way sales are, I think. So I think that we will see a Riddler. I don't know necessarily who from, but I think you will see a Riddler, hopefully in quarter scale and maybe even third scale. Just pulled the trigger on the Berserker Predator. Wow, it's awesome. Pre-order. Awesome piece with a heck of a price tag, but I need this in my life. Time to save up. Great show. I will tune in for more. Thank you very much, Ricardo. I appreciate that, and congratulations on a great piece. I assume you're getting the Bolin Joker bust. I addressed that earlier. I ordered it. I've sold it, but that person wants me to review it. So it's awesome. I'm trying to get away from busts, trying to stick with more of the third scale figures, quarter scale figures. Do you guys know if it's worth collecting or if it's just a Nightwing and Batman Beyond? Do you know if it's worth collecting? I mean, if it's worth it to you, Terry, get it. Absolutely, it's worth it. Which of your statues would you like to have life size? My Heath Ledger Joker bust. I'd go with gray paint instead of the concrete facade. Will save you a lot of money and it'll be close enough. So I've looked into the concrete. Again, the concrete facades are really cool. And they're like a, plastic material, solid plastic material that looks exactly like concrete. I've also looked into concrete wallpaper. That's a lot cheaper. I've also looked into different textured, 3D type of wall, these things on the wall, or just gray like this. I don't really know. I mean, obviously my cabinets, I'm not sure what color my cabinets are going to be yet, whether they're going to be a white or a gray. So I'm kind of still trying to figure all that out as I go. But yeah, paint would definitely be cheaper. Definitely getting a pedestal stand from Todd for the Fabok Diehl. Yeah, those stands, and Todd is going to sell them. I'm hoping that I can feature some on the channel to be able to have that, because I love the way they light up. Which I don't know if I would want to put electricity in the floor somehow. That would be really cool, but I don't know. Time will tell. Hey, Chris, DC published the one-shot Catwoman Vampirilla in February of 1997, written by Chuck Dixon. So there you go. She exists in the Batman world. So maybe Salina could introduce her friend. So there you go. I mean, that I do appreciate that, Rick. Knowing that Vampirilla has appeared in DC, it does that helps. It helps. DC has a no gun policy in the United States of America. It's what we do. I know. That's the silliest thing. You can literally go out and buy a kid's action figure with guns, but you can't buy a statue with guns. It's ridiculous. Do you ever appreciate the art of small statues? 100%. Again, I just reviewed this. I'm coming on the channel. This is going to be something I'm going to give away on the channel. This is a 1/10 scale. The art on this is incredible. So yeah, the small statues are just as good as the big statues. It's just personal preference, what you like. What does everyone think of the Batman Returns Iron Studios, the one with the bat signal where the cape is covering the bottom of the cowl? It's really cool. That's a iconic piece. A lot of people love that one. Oh, great. McFarlane Hush PVC statue. I think it turned out great. What was it, $20 or $30? I can't remember now. The live monitor screens on the Prime 1 Batman throne can be purchased separately. Those would be incredible for any 1/4 scale Batman, I presume. I believe so. I believe the Batcave itself will be. Or maybe just the chair. I don't know. I don't know if it's part of the chair or the Batcave. Thank you very much. Glad to be back home. Again, I need a rest from my rest, but I'm glad to be back home. Would you disclose how much your Bat Bunker will cost you? Right now, I'm guessing around 17 grand plus at this point, which is a tremendous amount of money, and that's a lot of money that's going bye-bye for statues. Which again is why I haven't ordered as much. So it's expensive. It is. I'm hoping it ends up being less than that, but that's what it's looking like. If you guys could have a statue based on a comic or comic cover, what would it be? I have a soft spot for 0 Year Riddler. That would be cool. I think that would be a great cover. I'm really interested right now in the there's a Jim Lee Ra's al Ghul cover from, I think, the One Bad Day. I would love that as a statue. That's the one that kind of that one kind of speaks to me right now. I think a Bane breaking Batman would be cool. That'd be neat. I think we're all getting very selective with collections. Have the Rogues Gallery done the same or halted in their collections and are just enjoying them? I think everybody's slowed down a bit. No doubt. I think people are just having to. You can't buy everything you want. It's just not feasible. Unless you give a shout out to Art Statue Collector. God bless him. He's able to get just about anything, which is awesome. So, but I think most of us are not able to do that. No guns with DC, just like smoking. No smoking for Marvel. It's silly. It's silly, but it is what it is. 17 grand, Mike. I mean, that's the thing is, it's to finish a room is around 10 grand, right? Electrical, flooring, lighting, it all adds up. It all adds up. Just got my 1/4 scale Nightmare Batman and Smog, the Fire Dragon Dragon from Weta. They are amazing pieces. Absolutely incredible. We actually have a 1/4 scale Nightmare Batman review, maybe coming tomorrow. Guest review. It's incredible. Bane breaking Batman's back has always been my number one statue. Why has that not been done? I know there's been a custom of it, but like, how has that one not been done? It's so iconic. Are you getting the $250 Batwing? No, I'm not, Tom. Probably not. He does indeed. I never asked, but are you into? I am into comics for sure. When the majority of your characters use some form of firearms as weaponry, limiting your merchandise is not really a good idea. I agreed, but I know a lot of companies are really frustrated with their policy. DC overseas, they don't have that. You just can't market it to the United States. So like the Grim Knight, that they marketed it with all the guns over there, but in the United States, they had to blur them all out. So, Prime One will still make them with guns, but they can't sell them necessarily in the United States. So that's the thing. Chris, you can do a faux finish with paint to make it look like concrete. That's not that. I've actually watched a whole bunch of YouTube videos on that this weekend, Mike. Just trying to figure out what to do. I would love to be able to have the faux panels. I think that would look the coolest. But I just don't know. I don't know if I want to spend the money on it yet. And I might have to phase it in. I might just do gray walls for now and then add them later on. To be fair, if we all lived in Asia paying $40 shipping, we all have a lot more to. Yeah, that's true. You need new underwear, says wife. No, I need to pay for the bunkers. Yeah, there'll be holy underwear for a while for the BSC for sure. With that said, I wanted to do an hour tonight, you guys. I've got 157 people still watching. Thank you very, very much. And I can't thank you guys enough. I'm going to go spend a couple hours just kind of resting and trying to get rid of this migraine, but you guys have made it so much better tonight. Again, I cannot thank you guys enough for tuning in, week after week and day after day for this awesome, this awesome community that we've created. So thank you very, very much for that. Again, Wednesday night, we've got Rogues Gallery, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then Friday, we have the live unboxing, Dark Knight Returns. The lightning bolt is finally struck in the Batcave, and it will be here Friday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, an hour later, because we've got a family event. So it'll be a little bit later. Hope you all have a fantastic week. Again, I've missed you guys, and so it's hard when I can't go live with you guys, but I'm glad to be back with you tonight. And again, Wednesday and Friday, I'll be back live with you as well. Lots of great content in between. And again, I just can't thank you guys enough for your continued support on the channel. I love you guys. Be good to one another. Be good to your neighbor, and I'll see you in the Batcave. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.